A lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, it is. Evil.
Knievel.
Not our real names.
Nailed it.
Oh, you want me to do my bit? Okay, here we go.
Who are those guys?
You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
That might have been too much, man.
Again, you know, that cool opening song just melts away, and here we are. Your favorite movie guys.
Just chatting with each other as friends do.
It's like we don't know the camera's on, and then we're like, oh, hey, there you are.
And then, and yet we still feel the need to tell them that's what we're doing.
Right.
Over and over.
Over and over. Well, welcome to A Little Independent. We're the movie podcast where two friends talk about independent, obscure, just plain weird movies. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Todd.
Hey, Todd.
Hi, Ryan. You did the hey again.
Hey, Todd.
We'll just let that
Hi,
go.
Todd.
It slows us down.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So let's do it again.
Welcome to A Little Independent, podcast where two friends talk about independent, obscure, or just plain weird movies. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Hi, Ryan.
There she is.
There she is. We left her in the closet the first time.
We did. Well, our last podcast, I was thinking about this. If anybody listens to the whole thing, maybe there should be a prize. We should give a prize.
Are you saying
a back
that
massage.
Not one person's going to make it through an entire
I don't know.
podcast?
I hope it doesn't stop you from listening. But I think I don't know. We had some good tangents. We rambled a little bit maybe, but I'm just remembering it as being maybe just total insanity or great. I don't know.
What, last episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't. We have to listen back on that one. We haven't.
I don't know if I will.
I don't,
I'm gonna just throw that one out into the universe. See what
if
happens.
you dare.
But last time we did I think it wasn't categorized as a horror movie, but we did a horror-ish movie. I think it had elements of horror, and I was thinking to do something totally different. And then I'm overthinking it. I just want to do a movie that I just want to fucking see.
Yeah.
This is what I feel like seeing, and I feel like making Todd see it too.
Yeah. And you've been doing that the last few.
I just want to have a good time. Girl just wants to have fun, you know?
Because this is definitely your wheelhouse, the campy, weird horror flick.
Yeah.
With elements of Star Wars and fantasy.
And let it be. Oh, interesting. Well, let it be known. A movie like we're doing today is ridiculous, but I don't think all of them executed as well on the absurd kind of craziness scale.
Right. Yeah. And our movie today is
the 2020, so very recent film, Psycho Goreman.
Which, so episode 22, I got to say, this is our most current movie.
I was
sure.
checking that. Is that
I
the
don't
case?
think we've had a 2020.
Okay,
so.
cool. I've been thinking too much about the years and how many we do in the 20s or whatever. Again,
it's more about
I just want to have a good time.
I like this movie.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Psycho Goreman is a film that any of you who know me or are getting to know me through this podcast know that I would love. I love on the title alone. I love on the cover of the film alone. I love everything about it because crazy movie titles like Hobo with a Shotgun, The Greasy Strangler,
Yeah.
Fried Berry. I like all those movies.
And he's probably going to make me watch them all. So we're going to make you watch them all. And people are saying that about mine too. Like, oh, here he goes again. Another,
that's when
recovery.
No,
that's
when you do something off the wall. It's going to blow people's minds.
Yeah. The last couple have been very different. So
I think, you've had plenty with whimsy, whimsical movies from Todd. I said I wouldn't do accents anymore. I don't know why I'm doing that.
Because it's fun.
This is a movie, again, that is as loony as it sounds. And the description, after unearthing a gem that controls an evil monster looking to destroy the universe, a young girl and her brother use it to make him do their bidding. Do you think that's close?
And it's a gem of a movie.
It's always fun, I think, for both of us to gauge whether the other person liked the movie then when it's going to come out.
I think sometimes you think, like, what am I going to make Todd watch next? Yes, let's do this one.
Well, I'm sure you can tell in knowing me that, like, I take legitimate joy in this movie. I do. Like, I brought the Blu-ray just because I've got a visual thing I want to show you, but...
Well, yeah, then it lets me see the cover you were just referring to as well.
The movie is billed as comedy, horror, sci-fi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As what's his name in Roadhouse would say, exactly right.
That was an interesting and obscure movie line reference.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Are you with me on that one?
I'm not. That's what I was going to ask.
So it's not Swayze. It's Swayze's mentor.
Okay.
Who is, his name is eluding me, the Marlboro Man guy.
Sam
Elliott. Sam Worthington.
Sam Elliott.
Sam.
You did it.
Sam Neill. He's in there somewhere.
Killed Hitler and the Bigfoot.
So, yeah.
American treasure, Sam Elliott.
They say his name and one guy goes, holy shit. And then he goes, exactly right.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So
Wyatt.
That just popped into my head right at that moment. So I had to, I had to spit it out.
Yes. Billed as a comedy, horror, sci-fi. And I'm guessing right off the bat, I'm not going to have to ask you each time, you'd seen none of these people in any other movie before?
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
But then you usually find something, and I'm like, oh, they were in that?
We'll see.
We'll see. You usually find something, and I think that's the same for a lot of people with all your research. They're going to be like, oh, wow, no way that guy was in that movie or something like that.
We'll see. It stars Nita Josie Hannah. So 3 first names for that young actress who I think, I'm going to say right now, gave the performance of the year. And if there was any justice in the world, she would have gotten an Oscar nomination at least. I'm not kidding about this. I think this girl crushed this role so hard. She's so good in it, and it blew me away. She was so fun.
Yeah, well, you could tell she was very much directed to be, over the top at all times.
So Mimi is her character's name, if I didn't say. The only thing that she has been in is a TV series that they did called The Books of Blood, Clive Barker adaptation. So that's her only other film or TV credit.
Oh, okay.
But if you look at her bio, and this is both enlightening and sad.
All right. I'm ready because I didn't check any of this.
She's been singing and dancing and acting since age 3. She at one point won multiple awards at a Canadian Model and Talent Convention. She recorded a CD in New York with the Broadway Star Project, and this is the end of it. And she is a very fast learner and can memorize lines very quickly. Even though she is small in size for a 12-year-old, she is extremely mature and is able to take on roles that are more mature. That's in her bio on IMDb, so always hustling.
Huh.
Like if you say they don't use IMDb for business, but that's clearly written.
Yeah, how old was she? So this was done a year ago. How old, or released a year ago anyway?
Yeah, maybe.
How old is she? She's 12. Maybe? I mean, do they have a date of birth?
I didn't look at that.
Okay,
I should have.
I mean, she looked. I would have guessed 10 in this movie, so it's
maybe
right in the ballpark. Yeah.
Well, she's tremendous, and as Todd said, crazy over the top, but that's, I think, why I think she's great. Second in command here is Owen Myre, it's M-Y-R-E, who plays Luke. He's not been in a lot.
No.
But he's in a lot, or has been in a lot, and has a bunch in development. He's got Terrifier 2 in development, which is the sequel to the first Terrifier. Todd, have you seen Terrifier?
I have not. Have you, Ryan?
Yes.
Really?
Clown face killer and clown horror. And...
Are these all on Shudder? Is this?
Oh, well, yes. This episode,
is that
I wish was brought to you by Shudder.
Is that how you found this?
Yes, I believe I did see it advertised.
Because you are Not a sponsor, but you are a subscriber.
Well, but yeah, I subscribe to them, whether they ever want to invest or subscribe to us.
Yeah, Shudder, if you're listening, Ryan is your man. He is in your wheelhouse.
But Terrifier, which I believe I did watch on Shudder, was a pretty decent horror flick. So this kid is in the sequel, which also stars Felissa Rose. For any of you horror fans, and you know Sleepaway Camp, you know why Felissa Rose is famous. And this kid who plays Luke also has an upcoming film. It's about to come out, and he stars in it and directs it.
Nice. How? I mean, he's a teenager.
Continue.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. How fucking old is this kid?
Yeah. Well, I just want to say that Luke, for me, now your girl was directed to be like ridiculously over the top through the whole thing. So, you know, at 10 years old, you can't overact. I mean, she's clearly being directed to be that way. But I thought Luke was very natural. I think he's a very natural actor. I mean, he was very good. With
what he was faced with and had to contend with in a lot of scenes. But he had to play the straight man, essentially.
Yeah, but he was very natural.
Yeah. Well, I agree. But he has a movie that he's starring in and directs, although he's 15. And the movie is called 14. The number 4 and then TEEN, so it's called 14. How? So
all right,
there you go. Writing and directing.
Well, they made 14. They made a movie 13,
right,
years back with 2 stars in it, or one who ended up being a major star, a girl from. You're gonna have to help me with the name. Doggone it. Her and her sister get lost in the woods, which will end up on this podcast at some point.
Okay, Evan Rachel Wood.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So much better with names than I am.
Yeah, another day where I'm super tired, but the neurons are firing. Also stars Matthew Ninneber, and he plays the body of Psycho Goreman.
Yeah.
So Psycho Goreman, just the physical presence inside the suit.
Yeah, the movie almost killed him. I saw in a interview that suit almost killed him.
Yeah.
He literally was baking because he could not sweat.
Really tough experience for him in that suit.
Yeah.
And it's the first and maybe only time that he's ever done any work like that. He has really no credits, really nothing about him.
Yeah. He's like, I ain't doing this shit again.
Maybe. I mean, in the interview I saw, he didn't look that traumatized, but maybe. Also billed Stephen Vlahos, who is the voice of Psycho Goreman.
In a world.
And I listed him because one of the things I love about this movie is the dialogue. And Psycho Goreman's incessant, threatening spew makes me laugh real hard.
The dialogue is crazy funny. I mean, it's so over the top.
All right, so you've seen the movie.
Yes.
You've heard him speak. I'm going to show you a photo of Stephen Vlahos, the voice of Psycho Goreman.
Okay.
And I just want to tell me, if I said that this is the guy, would you think he's the guy?
No. It looks like if Gabe Kaplan from Welcome Back, Kotter, and what's her name from Saturday Night Live, Rosanna Dana, had a love child, it would be this guy. He would not be going, in a world where Psycho Goreman. Wow. Yeah. All right. So, granted, this is not a visual medium, but hopefully my description was...
Don't let looks deceive you, because that dude has a totally different timbre coming out of his lip face.
Oh, yeah. 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 You folks out there will have to Google his picture and then...
Stephen Vlahos. Anyway, he does well, and he is in a TV show that I've been hearing a ton about, and I'm behind on another podcast, but they're talking about this show now. The show is called Wayne. Maybe it was on Amazon. Have you heard of that show, Wayne?
No, it's on Prime.
I feel like I'm hearing about it from like all directions, and this is like the 4th thing that's brought it up. This movie also stars, again, I think almost the stealer of the show, Adam Brooks, who plays Greg.
Fucking Greg.
Yeah. So I'm hearing some legit chuckles. So this podcast may go okay for me. But Greg is I like this actor, and I'd seen him in other things. He is in a horror movie, I think also directed by this director called Father's Day. He's in an awesome horror movie called The Editor, and he's in the sequel to Wolf Cop, Another Wolf Cop.
God, what a title.
Yeah. Have you seen Wolf Cop?
No.
Do you want to guess what it's about?
It is about dancers in flamenco outfits.
Ooh.
In the 1920s.
Slower.
Southern France.
Wolf Cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's
It's
this
like
wolf.
a hard-boiled detective. Oh, okay.
This wolf shows up.
A wolf.
An American werewolf in France. And
Well, I think they did an American Werewolf in Paris.
And then a
with
cop
the drummer
and then
from
there's a
the
cop.
Oneaters.
And then the wolf attacks the cop.
And they become lovers.
And then you have a wolf cop.
So the product of their love is a wolf cop?
No, he attacks, not in a
he's
killing attack,
then
not a
turned into a lycanthrope.
not a rapist wolf.
He's turned into a lycanthrope from the other wolf. Okay. No, that's not what it's about. It's about
So close.
A cop that's bitten by a werewolf and he becomes a wolf cop. And this is the sequel. So Adam Brooks, who plays Greg, is in Another Wolf Cop. Then you have Alexis Cara Hansey, who plays Susan, and I can't find anything at all about her.
Nothing. She didn't do anything else?
Before, since. I was wondering if maybe she was, and not to say this about her acting, but was a friend of the production, a producer or something, because there's just nothing about her. And then there's a character of Pandora, who I'm going to call out Kristen McCullough. She was the body of this character. And then Anna Tierney, who is the voice. And again, two actresses, just not a ton of stuff. So definitely independent in spirit, because this is a lot of first time, like really taking a chance on.
Were they all Canadian actors for the most part, you think? And then they just, are so
maybe.
far from,
I don't know.
Movie studio. I mean, Vancouver's got a big
and I didn't,
school.
Do deep dives on everybody. It was just mostly, cursory stuff. But
that's what it feels like. That might be the case.
Written and directed, Psycho Goreman was written and directed by Steven Kostansky, who came up through the world of the arts department, makeup, effects. He worked on Capote, for goodness sakes. So, there's something there. But again, this director, I had seen him before in a film called Manborg.
Nice.
Have you seen Manborg?
No.
All right. What do you? No, I'm not going to ask you. You know what it's about? It's
I won't go on another
cyborg.
tangent, I promise. It's about a man and a cyborg.
It's a Manborg, and then he did Leprechaun Returns. So he brought the Leprechaun franchise back to form.
And that was like fairly
recent,
okay.
yeah.
Because I have no idea how
Warwick
many
Davis
leprechauns there are.
did not reprise his titular character. Not titular, but his really famous character.
They need to get Aniston back in there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
See, if I were her, I would totally do some
Jamie
shit
Lee
like
Curtis did it. That's what launched her career. Why not Aniston?
But I mean, like somebody who was in a horror movie, like having Matthew McConaughey go back to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series.
But I mean, H2O, Jamie Lee came back, right? The 20th anniversary.
Yeah, but
Aniston,
she never left.
You see
She
what I'm
kept
saying?
coming back for more.
That
I agree.
Leprechaun is what launched her.
That'd be awesome. That'd
Yeah.
be super cool.
And
and again, if I were her, I would totally do that for fun.
We're calling it out.
Yeah, but now that we're talking about it, I love that. Like McConaughey back in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
So many of them. Tom Hanks back to the slasher genre, he was the killer in his movie. But so Manborg, Father's Day, Leprechaun Returns, and The Void. The Void. Now.
Ooh.
I'm fucking around a lot about a lot of these other movies. I don't think they'd maybe be in your wheelhouse, but The Void, of the ones that of his that I just mentioned, The Void, you would really enjoy.
That sounds really familiar.
It was on Netflix, big, like they're promoting it kind of as like a fun horror to watch. Was it Netflix? I don't remember.
I may have seen that one.
It's really, really well done. So I went into this movie going, I'm kind of a fanboy already. So I will tell you that my expectations were huge.
So before you bought the Blu-ray, you had already seen it.
No, I had seen the other movies that he'd done.
Okay.
And I bought this sight unseen.
Cool. As you want to do.
That was when I was more capricious with a better job, I guess. But
well, yeah. So you don't do that so much anymore. But
well,
I know that's
no.
something you like to do.
Yeah, but this is just one of those calculated risks.
Every once in a while, I'll get a text of a picture of a Blu-ray and like just arrived.
Yeah, well, some people collect
fun.
Peacocks and exotic animals. I do this.
It's certainly not an indictment because we're
like
doing a movie
Some
podcast.
People gamble at that casino. I gamble at the Blu-ray aisle in Meyer. That's my craps table.
That's your gamble. Like, and I mine is that I spend, and I do this all the time. I can spend an hour and a half searching, and still not have just trying to find that movie to watch.
Well, you're metal detecting. That's your metal detecting. But
I mean, I've spent the length of a movie looking for a movie, and then sometimes just giving up.
Well, Todd, that's why this podcast can come in handy. You don't have to scroll any longer. You can just go ahead and pick one of our movies and know it's going to be good.
Right next to your K-Tel Pocket Fisherman.
That's right, but there's more.
If you order now,
we'll send you a pair of slightly used autographed underwear.
By Buffalo Bill.
By Buffalo Bill. Wait.
So, yeah, if I said, well, hello, Clarice, what movie would that be in, Ryan?
So it wouldn't be Silence of the Lambs.
No, it would be Hannibal.
Yeah. Our tagline for the film today, Little Girl, Big Psycho.
Oh, man. Man, I don't...
And given the
cover...
I don't
know what to say about that one.
That's
the
a little...
little girl's not even in the cover.
That's why it's off-putting, right? But you can see what's the other... There's another tagline on the top of the Blu-ray here. There you go. I'll pass it over.
Yeah, it's tiny print.
Really tiny.
He will bathe in your blood. He will. He likes to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good because that's
the official tagline though is "Little Girl, Big Psycho." And what does the review at the bottom of that Blu-ray cover? Read that full review, the caption version of it.
Wow, a heartwarming and heart-ripping family classic. Ryan, I ask you, would you watch this movie with your children? Did you watch this movie with your children?
I wish I did. I'll answer it that way.
I want to say
I would probably
at 14 she's getting close to be able to watch
I'd probably watch it with my daughter.
Yeah. I would say your son,
because it's it's just gore, that's really the
yeah, and there's I don't think there's anything beyond what she's heard at school.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for that. No, goddamn, pulling her out. Public, not happening. Private.
And you could, and well, Jess could.
Yeah. The budget on the film, $1.5 million. Worldwide gross, $95K. So not a huge winner at the box office.
No,
necessarily.
a lot of our movies come in that way, but some
true.
are like like mine, Open Water.
Yeah.
$55 million.
Huge returns.
And a $100,000 investment.
Huge returns on that movie. And this movie clocked in at 1 hour and 35 minutes. So a little longer than, I guess, your typical kind of horror comedy. A lot of those seem to be a little on the more, on
it's
the
right in there.
side. But
hour and a half. Some are hour 20.
A couple of notes on some awards. It was the winner of Best Feature Film at the Sheffield Horror Film Fest.
Oh, again, one of Ryan's festivals, yeah.
Winner of the Audience Award and Monster's Choice winner for Best Film at Monster Fest.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cool effects in this. And I think the brother's named Luke for a reason. There's some homages to me in there that
Well, I watched it a few times, and the last time was with the director's commentary. So I've got a few maybe
very cool
tidbits.
Okay.
And this movie was nominated and we're bringing it up, I think, for a second or third time on this podcast. It was a nominee at the Catalonian Film Fest. That Spanish, that Catalonian.
We have to look this one up.
Yeah,
maybe
it's come up a few times.
We should do a road trip and do a podcast from.
Well, we can't drive
Catalonian. There. We got to get on a boat.
Yeah.
Are you saying I have to get on a plane?
Yeah, trains.
How about planes, trains? Oh, you beat me to it. All right, Sundance.
Yeah.
Who are those guys?
The movie starts, and did you get? Let me ask you this: as you were watching it, and maybe when did you get a vibe of what era or what kind of theme this movie was going for? Did something stand out to you?
The music right away made me feel. First, I thought 80s, but then I thought maybe 90s. I mean, there's a VCR in there that gets smashed, but it's the guitar stuff. It's pre-grunge
So, like,
to me.
metal in the background.
Yeah, it's all Randy Rhoads kind of
Right.
hair metal, pretty boy
Right.
band stuff that you love so much, Ryan. That
There was some merit in some of it, but I think you're right on, because in knowing what I know about the movie and especially the director's commentary, they were going for a late 80s, 90s total, homage.
Okay. Yeah,
Which
I mean,
you got pretty
and
the back.
the big tube TV.
Because the opening of the movie is what? It's a huge crawl, which there's your Star Trek or Star Wars. Woof.
The battle line has just been drawn. The worlds are colliding.
That isn't even a Freudian or a Lucasian slip.
Well, because Trekkies and Star Wars people get along so well.
I guess verbally, linguistically, it rolls off the tongue easier than Star War. You know what I mean? So if you're going fast, you're going Star Trek. Star Wars.
Nothing but Star Wars.
But an opening crawl. And you saw that in a lot of 80s movies.
Yeah.
And this one, no different. It's got the old English, like, script. It's like cursive or something.
Yeah, and he reads it.
There's a narrator.
Yeah, which I thought was this guy, the Goreman.
No, totally separate guy.
That was a different voice that read the intro?
Yeah.
Because he kind of had that deep...
Again, they had a whopping $1.5 million to spend, so they can...
they could hire two guys.
Get a whole lot of voice talent.
Well, I love that you knew that, because I would have just said it's the same guy.
Those crawls, I remember, like Sword and the Sorcerer. I don't know if that one had Dragon Slayer.
Yeah.
That shit would just pump me up. Like, I'd get the crawl and I'd be like, yeah.
Well, because you're such a Star Wars fan, I think.
But I was just going to say, I totally distanced Star Wars from those. The Star Wars crawl didn't really pump me up as much as it just informed me. The other ones... And I don't know why the delineation. That's really weird.
Yeah.
Because the music was almost the same. It was like... Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know if Star Wars is the first one to do the crawl, but it's the one I liken it to. That's what I think when I see that.
But I think about... They're two different ones. The Star Wars one is just more functional.
Well, and it's on its
written...
angle and kind of disappearing, into the middle of the set, where this just kind of just scrolled up.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what's what.
Bottom to top.
Saying that there's some Templars and there's a Gygax, planet Gygax.
Yeah. The Templar stuff is cool.
Somebody had been vanquished, and that's kind of the tone. And then all was well.
The most evil to destroy the entire universe.
Yeah. And that... It's a good crawl. It's fine. I like, again, coming into this knowing it's going to be silly, I like the fact that they reference Planet Gygax. I'm so fascinated by movies like this.
Where they come up with a name.
And I put, again, we may talk parallels to Star Wars a lot, but you think about the amount of names George Lucas has had to come up with.
Yeah.
And then it's come like a joke. You can go online and get the Star Wars version of your name. And he's just doing crazy shit now. But in other sci-fi movies, when they have to make up planet names, I'm so fascinated by that stuff. Because
does Firefly fall into that?
Oh,
with
yeah,
you?
of course.
Okay. All right.
And I would say arguably the Firefly planets are really cool. The names are super cool.
Well, because
Persephone is a cool.
The Old West tie-ins I really like with Firefly.
But some of them are super corny and super dumb. But I just love the fact that people are just making goofy shit up.
All right, since we did it, please give me your guy in the wink of a schoolboy's eye. You know how you do that line.
It take the
gets her out of a dress. In the wink.
The wink of a schoolboy's. Take the wink of a schoolboy's eye to get you out of it. I bet too, huh? And that's tough to do on the spot.
Yeah, it was very well done.
But this set the tone for me. Like, okay, I'm in nostalgia mode.
Okay.
And it's funny because that seems kind of like a limited shelf life and nostalgia thing, but I've watched this movie probably, 8 or 9 times. just because there's something that a button it pushes in me and just gives me a goofy grin.
Yeah. Well, let's just hold that for a second for our audience, because when you watch this, if you're in that camp, and I call these, and forgive me if you tell me what you thought, but I always call them campy horror.
Yeah.
I mean, they're comedy horror films, right? But like Final Girls is, that type of thing is very different from this one. But the fact that you watched it 9 times, I just want people to think about that when they're watching it for their first time. Like, it's just like, because some people would be like, all right, I'm not going to ever watch this again. And then other people would be like, oh, hell yeah, this is my new cult film.
Yeah. And I think about that. I think about my mortality and what I'm doing with my time.
Oh,
and on that deathbed,
no, it wasn't. That wasn't.
Is my Rosebud going to be Psycho Goreman?
He watched
or Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
On Judgment Day, so that when he's, what did you do with your life? You're going to be like, I watched movies.
But I'll also say, well, I also watched The Last Temptation of Christ, and I know that reading about the movie that Willem Dafoe has such a large penis that when he was on the cross, it kept slipping out and they had to tuck it back in. Some guy had to literally tuck Willem Dafoe's huge dong back into his
And where did you read this?
That's not the point. But
it is. If it's
so
not
I
true.
could try to. It's true. I could try to pitch it. That I learned relevant stuff too. But no.
Well, this little girl, what they made her do with the crucifix.
Yeah.
It was
some
very
bad
disturbing.
reviews about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Todd and I are very different, but we are the same.
I love campy horror
and
movies.
these are the fun things that make these movies fun for me. We settle on a very urban/rural backyard and 2 young kids, and we're trying to say around 10 to 12 years old, something like that.
Yeah, I would maybe. Her 10,
Do you
him.
think she's older?
No,
I think she feels younger.
I mean, in life she might be older, but I went with 10 for the movie.
Okay.
A 10-year-old, and then her brothers maybe 12 to 14.
Okay.
Range.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're playing a game in the backyard.
Yes.
And this becomes a big part of this movie.
It is in this movie thrice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we find out it's a game that they have made up called Crazy Ball, and it has very specific rules.
Well, and it's her game, and she's made it up, and she's made up the rules. She lets you know that with no uncertain terms.
Right. And you see them playing. It's kind of, the credits are going. And all I remember thinking is how nice that these kids are playing together.
You're thinking of your kids, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
And they still do. But I'm like, it was just nice to me. I'm like, I didn't think a horror movie like this, even a horror comedy, would start with this little kind of strange bonding moment. Because in a lot of these movies,
they're covered in dirt.
Yeah, they are.
And they're both really into it.
Yeah.
And this first
and having
time.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the game is concluded, or there's some kind of crescendo by something called a switcheroo. And you have to
so it's like a crazy version of dodgeball.
And it's played with 2
they're throwing balls at each other.
Smaller than dodgeballs, though. They're like the size of a 9-inch softball or something like that. But dodgeball consistency.
Not to be confused with William Dafoe.
Right. Again, it's on another podcast that I listened to. They made a T-shirt out of it. Like, somebody said he has a confusingly large penis. And then I tied it to that Last Temptation of Christ story.
Oh, good
And so
stuff.
they're playing this game, and at the crescendo, it's very clear that the loser gets buried alive.
Yeah, their bet was one controls the universe, and the other one gets buried alive. Yeah.
Again, funny line,
Yeah.
I think. And it cuts to them, and they've dug the biggest hole in the world. He's
her
down
brother.
there.
She's standing there. She's the foreman.
Yeah.
Dig faster. I got
And
something
it's
to do.
getting dark.
Yeah.
And so note about the film is there are 2 houses used in the film. one is the backyard and I think the bedrooms.
Okay.
The other is the exterior and the interior, but the bulk of the interior.
Oh, nice.
And they were both films of two of the producers, and they were down the street from one another.
Both houses
Both
of the
houses,
producers?
yeah.
Okay.
So those were the homes that were used for the filming, and pretty much everything else was filmed within.
And for me, and I'm sure you
walking
too,
distance.
we love low budget films because of how they get the movies done. This is,
Yeah.
basically you've already scouted when you're writing the script on a lot of these. Like, like Open Water, they were both scuba divers and they knew of these places to go, and then they make a movie around it.
Yeah.
Just
And they used what
art.
they had, and
it's
and
art, Ryan.
There is one or a couple of scenes that they had to do guerrilla style and almost got in trouble for doing because they didn't have permits.
Yeah.
So when you listen to commentaries, if you do, and I think you should, or listen to interviews, that kind of stuff makes the next time you watch that movie almost, I think, even more enjoyable. It doesn't take you out of it. You're just like, man, what they went through to get that shot, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. Oh, it's so insightful.
And so they really did all this to this person's backyard. And the commentary says, like, when we started filming, this guy had a yard. When we were done, it was devastated beyond repair.
It is a very deep hole.
Yeah,
Like there's no way that kid dug that by himself in that little time.
You needed machinery to get there.
Yeah.
But he ends up, again, maybe predictably, hitting something solid because he's 12 feet into the
And what
ground.
does he think he hit?
What does he say?
Grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Is this where they buried Grandma and then she starts yelling at him? No, Grandma's in hell forever.
Yeah. I know.
I'm just, what the hell, little girl?
Is this
Stop
where
it.
they buried Grandma? That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And
but like 10 feet down in the
he's very
backyard. Yeah. No headstone.
and something starts, glowing, and there's a lot of, I'd say, getting it out of the way, Star Wars parallels, E.T. vibes. I think a pretty significant amount of E.T.
But then she goes down and realizes that she's got to do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo and punch what didn't look like buttons to me. But she figures it out, a la the last Predator movie where the kid like goes, boop, 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 and enters the ship.
He has autism, but he can.
But he just like sees it, and
so
then hits the
because
buttons.
Later they infer that the code to release this thing only like even geniuses on their planet couldn't do it.
Yeah, they had to be a much higher intelligence than us, and they don't believe that that's possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool.
That was really cool. And she, and this is a big theme throughout this, she establishes her dominance as a personality. She's got a big personality, would you say, Mimi?
Bigger than life.
And she says,
and mean.
Crazy Ball champion gets the jewel, and she just takes it.
Yeah.
And there you go.
And she can beat up her brother at will, her bigger brother at will, and he's afraid of her.
Right.
The whole family's afraid of her.
And as we find out, a bloodthirsty, world-ending monster.
Because she's got the jewel.
That helps. But they go to, they're establishing, they establish a brother and sister, you assume, in a family. And a good way to do this is right into bedtime.
Yeah.
Right?
You kids know what time it is? Yeah.
Yeah. Come on in for bed.
Yeah.
Now, so nice, wholesome little start to the movie, right? A little predictable, but what have you. And this is where they're doing their bedtime talk. Now, Greg, who plays the dad, this guy is fucking solid gold. I love him so much.
He's what?
Oh,
not
sorry.
a sponsor.
So wait, can we take that over? Oh, that guy, I love him. He's Founder's solid gold.
Yeah, Todd's drink of choice this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ron just called it right out and didn't even realize it.
DM us and we'll give you our address if you want to send him some. But they have the bedtime, and I love the differences between the questions that Luke and Mimi answer, because Luke goes to, because they maybe suspect there's monsters in the hole, so Luke is asking his parents, are monsters real?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, well... Are you doing the Luke one, or are you doing the
Luke one,
or the other one?
And Greg's response is just so funny to me.
And then the mother looking at him, the face she makes is solid gold.
It's really funny. And again, early in the movie, I'm liking the cadence already. Like, you don't know how nutty this dad's going to be
Yeah.
because he just ends up being a real bizarre fucker. But that's a funny thing. And so this boy Luke is worried about monsters, and you cut immediately to Mimi, and the way she asks about monsters is different. Now this is my clip, and I know this is early.
Yeah.
But throughout this movie, there's so many cool things clip-wise that you could do, right?
Yeah, and I had no idea which one you would pick. I was thinking about it. I'm like, there's too many.
I forgot to ask you at the top.
Yeah,
but
I mean, there's so many that you could have picked, and actually, I wouldn't have picked this one.
So this is our kind of introduction to Mimi, and it's her in bed, and she's just all covers up to her neck, and she looks super adorable.
Yeah.
And it starts with her parents kind of chastising her for being too rough with her brother. So that's where the clip starts. But this is, I think, establishing who this character is. And the director's commentary backs that up. He's like, this is who this girl is. I love this scene. I love her delivery. And I want you to note how she says crazy ball in this scene right off the bat, because it makes me laugh so hard every time. But here is our introduction to Mimi at bedtime.
Mimi, I don't want to keep going through this, okay? Remember what we said last time you were playing kooky ball?
It's crazy ball! Plus, it's not even my fault. Check the tapes. Luke sucks.
It doesn't matter, okay? You need to take it easy on your brother. He won't want to play with you anymore.
What's the deal with monsters? Are they fake? Are they real? All the above?
Yeah, what's with all the monster talk tonight?
It's just that, is that our monsters coming to kill us? Could you make sure they kill Luke first?
That's harsh. But okay.
Mimi, that's a horrible thing to say.
Why? Dismissed.
Good night, wacko.
Dad!
Okay, so that clip, I think, I love that clip because you get a little bit of the dad.
Right.
That's harsh.
So who does that character remind you of a past podcast we did? Because it does remind you, who's she going to grow up into?
I think maybe an Olympic bronze medalist.
Bernadette. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's some moments of that too. I wrote
it reminds
down.
you of that. Yeah.
But what I love about that scene is she's like, so what about monsters? Are they real? Are they fake? It's totally different than Luke.
Cuts them right off with their little lecture.
Yeah.
You know, she's not having any of it.
No.
Yeah, right.
And she says dismissed.
Yeah.
But the thing that you don't see, she says, hey, and puts her hand up.
Well, she covered her face when she said dismissed. She went under the covers.
And she holds her hand up, hey, and her dad forgot to give her high five.
Yeah, so that's like a little father-daughter routine that they have, and Ryan really likes that.
Yes, I do.
Anything with the father-daughter, and I have to mention, today is my baby girl's birthday.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
All
she's
right.
not a baby anymore, unfortunately. That's sad. But just since we're talking about
that
the
young girl
father-daughter,
is 72 years
happy
young
birthday, Heather.
Happy birthday, Heather. My goodness. I haven't met you or any of your siblings, Heather, because I think your father is disappointed in me.
Yeah.
Or embarrassed of me. Probably both.
Or because they're 5 hours away.
Right. But,
Come on up and we'll all go on a wine tour together.
There's been ample opportunity, Heather.
This fall.
And your siblings. Happy birthday. And
I'm being chastised, not you, Heather.
And this is where I like these sweet little connections in that this is Mimi gets up and she starts knocking on the wall, and it's the opposite wall as Luke's, and they have this little knocking language that they've worked out. And
Morse code is what I got out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not, but that's what it's supposed to
But knowing,
be.
I guess, Mimi's penchant for complicated game
she made
rules,
up her own.
She
made up her own Morse code.
I think she did. I'm going to put it down.
That.
She did.
I like that.
And they have.
And it wouldn't be called Morse. It would be Amy's. Something.
Mimi's code. MC.
Or Mimi. Why did I say Amy?
And again, Luke asks in knocking language about Grandma, and that's when she writes back, "Grandma's in hell forever."
Yeah.
And the more I'm watching this movie, I'm like,
so I like this kid. She's so bronze.
I like this kid. Look at her. Grandma's in hell forever. And this is the point that outside the hole that they have made starts to glow.
Yeah.
It's been filled in,
Yep.
and things are moving around.
The monster's coming up.
And a hand emerges. And that hand was one of I think the lead effects supervisor or something. So one of the effects team.
Yeah.
That was their hand.
Homage to many, many, many horror films.
Absolutely. And now we cut to a warehouse with a bunch of robbers. This movie has, and some people might not like this, and maybe you didn't, hard cuts in theme and hard cuts in general. Which is something, again, in the commentary was done intentionally. So I was going to say, if you didn't like it, it was absolutely intentional.
Okay. I did notice the hard cuts, yeah.
And hard cut in theme because we cut to this warehouse and these robbers are talking about the robbery that they did not do well.
No, that they didn't get any value
missed.
out of. He's like, nobody's
one
going
guy's
to,
yelling
no
at
pawn shop
everybody.
is going to buy the alpha of the three. And it's a VCR. What I thought was a VCR, then he smashes it on the ground because he said no pawn shop was going to buy this crap.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the guy with the long hair underneath the stocking cap, the older guy, sorry, brother, but acting is not your forte.
I guess it was
you
so
could
bad
buy
I didn't
you
even
could buy
remember.
a Fender Squire for
All right.
and start rocking on that because you got the hair for it.
Harsh. All right, fella. Well, I didn't obviously list him in the cast that we discussed for a reason. And
well, not to be so I hate sounding negative, but it's really stood out to me that
he should have stopped.
he
Own that
couldn't
statement, man.
just rip away.
Fuck that guy. Let's do it.
No.
Own that statement.
He how many movies am I in?
This guy sucks. Todd, I agree with what you're saying. He sucks. Again, we don't know if there were members of the crew that stepped in or, indie movies as we know.
He is not a seasoned actor, that's all.
But the guy, the alpha's pretty...
Yeah, he does his over the top
I didn't
adequately.
look him up, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he was somebody, like a sports star or something.
Oh,
maybe, or a Canadian, like a football player or something.
Jimmy,
I don't know.
what?
I didn't look him up, and I should have before I even said some bullshit like this. But we now have the arrival of a monster.
Yeah.
And you have, I think, kind of a classic silhouetted, steam manufactured, pumped in for no reason monster entrance, and I like that. I think
It was definitely classic. Yep. He's just standing in the doorway, but you don't see him first. You see the reaction of the other guy when he drops what looked like the Holy Grail from the Last Supper cup, gold cup. He falls to the ground like he's breaking VCRs because they had no value, but the other guy's holding a gold chalice.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's going on here?
It's an indictment on the education system of this country is what it is.
Well, it also ties in with this writer-director not liking any religious institutions, that's for sure.
Yeah. See, this is why I adore you, Todd. And this creature, again, the way he speaks, and you will be in 1,000 nightmares, and you're all bathing. Everything he says is funny.
Yeah.
But again, it's meant to be funny. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I laugh at all of his bombastic threats.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's definitely over the top, and
he tells two of the robbers who are cowering in fear about their potential destinies and things, and then he says, "But not today," and he explodes their heads
rips
off.
their heads off simultaneously. Yeah.
So, what did you feel when you watched that?
I thought that. Well, I had seen it on a review too, where they talked about their prowess in special effects, and I went, yeah. I mean, they spent a lot of time getting these effects because that's not easy to do.
And it was, as I understand, a really collaborative effort too. Like he called in favors on a couple of just distinct sequences.
Yeah.
Of people who did some, and more on the digital side, for free.
Oh, that's cool.
He was saying names that I didn't, know or look up, but I couldn't believe that they stepped in and helped and did all that.
That's what independent film's all about.
Yeah.
Just like our Paris Hilton doing the $50,000 appearance to get the film finished on your
Repo.
on your repo.
Thanks
Yeah,
for remembering
let's
that.
give Paris a little more love than Jess did.
That
'cause
was
he was really upset with Paris.
That's right. A callback to my wife just giving Paris Hilton the biz.
Yeah, it was great.
Psycho Goreman makes again short order of two of these guys. He has telekinetic powers because the last guy we know he doesn't kill him, but he puts him in like a stasis. So he has a power to mesmerize you.
Well,
you clock,
he
all the
sends them
things he
into
could do?
some torturous hell,
like forever.
dimension. Yeah, like
Okay.
the body's still
So kinda
physically
like
here.
Hellraiser vibe, like you're going to
But,
be in hell tortured
Yeah,
forever.
there's definitely homages to Hellraiser because they referred to that in some interviews.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he puts this last guy in stasis, and then a hard cut to the next day, and the hole is undug.
Yeah.
And the whole conversation, but the conversation about, the conversation at the hole.
Yeah.
Let's get him out of the way. The conversation about the hole.
The family's standing there. Is this where the family and somebody's got to fill it in?
But that's just a funny, that whole exchange makes me laugh.
Well, and it, we really start getting the intro to the dad's laziness. And when he picks up the shovel and makes the shovel hits the ground, and he immediately, oh, my arm, and
His wrist.
Yeah.
And he's like, they say he's got to fill in the hole because he's a dad, and he huffs about it.
Yeah.
Like such a baby.
Yeah, he goes so much for democracy when it was 3 against 1.
And clearly, and clearly fakes an injury to his, and as he's leaving, so I guess that actor improv'd a ton. So I'll try to call out specific lines he improv'd.
The father,
but as he's
Greg?
being led away, he's like, don't even look, or don't even think about looking at it or something. You can barely hear me ad-lib that.
You know who
about
would
his
have
wrist.
killed that role? Oh, my God. The guy from Butter that's in Modern Family.
Ty Burrell?
I don't know. Is that his name?
Correct.
The one that Olivia Wilde couldn't look at without laughing?
Correct.
Yeah. Could you imagine him in that role?
Yeah.
Oh, my
He
God.
would have been great.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Well, we'll
They
see
couldn't
about
afford. They
this.
couldn't afford
Yeah,
it. But
no, that
this guy
would've-
reminded me that he was kind of playing.
They couldn't have
like
afforded
he
one of
was.
his wardrobes. Ooh, hot take. Jeez, what am I doing? So we're establishing, that we have this creature that's crawled out. We don't know what its motivations are.
Yeah. They
this
see the
dad-
big claw marks.
See claw marks, and then there's a walk and talk. Now this led to my second or third huge laugh out loud moment. But the walk and talk that the kids are going to school was completely an homage to Halloween. Did you get that vibe?
Oh.
With Laurie Strode and the girls walking to school. It's a long
I did not.
Long shot.
I mean, I know the scene,
Yeah.
but I did not get that.
And maybe if the street were more claustrophobic, if there were more trees.
Yeah.
But this is like a more open setting. You know what I mean?
Is that what they were going for? Did they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
he
cool.
said that because he said that the shot was so hard because he's like, of course we had to have the shot come off the street,
Yeah.
then come on. And he said it was so logistically hard. They only had 2 cameras to use on this movie.
Right.
For
Again,
principal
just
photography, just 2.
How difficult it is to get a movie completed.
Yeah.
Let alone write, direct, have all these effects. I know I always bring it up, but I think it's important to recognize the art and the dedication it takes to get a movie made, and then when that's why I get upset when people sit in their chair like Greg and piss all over it.
I love Greg. I love this guy.
Yeah, he's my hero.
And they have their walk and talk. They get to school, and we meet Alistair, the friend, the blonde-haired friend of Luke's.
Yeah.
Mimi kind of sexually harasses the kid.
Mimi has a crush.
It's like, hey, turn around, hunk, or whatever. Or why don't you spin around for
give
me?
us a spin.
Yeah. So
And he's like, no, thanks.
no, and his that kid's deliveries of things, phenomenal.
Yeah. So is that
He
what
has
she
one
meant
later.
by give us a spin, like turn around so I can see your backside kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get it at first, and like give us a spin. I'm like, what
she
the hell is
just
she
harasses
saying?
this kid.
She's 10.
And
Stop it.
the bell rings or something, and she grabs her brother's books, whips him across the way, and
Yeah.
runs away.
And that was after she got turned down. She was mad.
She grabs his book and just
It
throws
just
it as
throws
hard
it.
as she can, and he goes, "My math."
My math homework. Yeah. She's just always bullying him.
Holy shit. And again, they don't have to linger. And, the movie, I don't think can cut much. I mean, it's pretty lean. You don't have to see them in school. It cuts right to them following the claw marks out of their yard in the woods.
Yeah, no, it's more than fine.
You could say, what's this cut? It's too rushed, but
and an hour and a half is right in the wheelhouse for this genre.
So they get to the same warehouse. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That these robbers met a probably terrible fate.
Well, they followed his tracks.
Collectively. Yeah.
Right? They followed, they don't know what it is.
A creature's
the
tracks.
monster's tracks, yeah. They made some comment about it, too. I can't think of
what it was. Well, they mentioned
it
was an old shoe factory.
Yeah. Though they made some comment about his tracks, but it's not coming to me right now.
Maybe the width
It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody says no one died making shoes. But I'm sure lots of people died making shoes.
Yeah, it's her naivete.
With the dyes, and just like hatters with their mercury poisoning.
All factories have
horrible past.
OSHA exists for a reason.
Exactly. Yeah. So debunked, Psycho Goreman. Take that. And they get
it's a 10-year-old girl.
Yeah,
and it's also her character
yeah.
to say, I know everything.
And they get into the warehouse. Again, you as the audience know something horrible is probably here or whatever.
Yeah, well, we saw 3 people.
Yeah,
2 people murdered and 1 sent into
suspectfully
some oblivious
tortured
hell.
At this point. And they're both scared, but Mimi bucks up, and I think she says like, "I'm the most dangerous thing in here," right?
Yeah, which she does throughout the movie.
Again, it's delivered so well. This kid, and
tells them to come out and show yourself.
Yeah, and she's trying to be tough, and then she kind of runs out of steam, and then they kind of a jump scare to the boss robber, who's like, how would you describe his positioning? How does he look? Yeah,
he is.
Describe him, please, in detail.
All right, so if in Silence of the Lambs, the guy that's hanging,
how did he smell?
He used Avion skin cream.
How did
but
he
not today?
Look? How did he smell?
Multiple MIGs in the next cell. So if the guy that he had splayed out hanging, from the cage there, if that guy was still alive, that's
good.
That's how it would be. Like, that kind of thing.
He looks messed up. His eyes roll back, and the kids freak out, and then the demon, this beast thing. Sorry, I keep saying demon appears, and
beast.
And he starts rambling his amazing threats. And again, suspension of disbelief, because these kids would have lost their minds and ran as fast as they could, but they're always, would you say, oddly curious about horrible things?
Yeah.
Because they're never running away from them.
So this is an awful parallel, but when you said beast, it made me think of, again, all your movies can have Flor Jansen in them because of they'll lace your last 3. And when she says beast in Ghost Love Score, I had the live version because I've seen many of the reaction videos and they're all like beast. And when you said that, my mind went there, and then I'm like, God, she could have been in this one too.
You're a kook for that lady, aren't you?
Well, I haven't actually watched them.
Are you okay?
Good. It's been a good 7 or 10 days without watching any videos.
Should I do a wellness check on you tomorrow?
No, I'm okay.
All right.
I took it's fading away.
I'm glad that you're happy.
But I don't know if that was an awful tangent, but when you said that flashed into my mind, I just thought it was kind of funny.
I think it's a peer into your mind, my friend. That's what it was.
It's a temporary.
And you at home can decide whatever you want.
Temporary fix of Flor. I did see her husband in a picture, and the 2 of them sitting side by side.
Yeah,
and he makes her look small, and she is
dude.
over 6 foot tall. And when he's sitting next to her, you're like, my God.
Yeah.
Do not rent to that couple in an Airbnb, because you will have every furniture in the place will be smashed. Okay, onward.
Wow. Todd's Airbnb Corner, brought to you by probably nobody at this point. They see this guy, PG, or this beast appears, and he's rambling his threats.
Beast.
And she says, shut it. And again, I don't know how she knows to do this, but is the thing's glowing, right? Oh,
it glows in her pocket.
Glowing, and she's like, what's up? And says, shut it. And this is one of a bunch of times where she cuts him off, and I think it's really funny.
Yeah.
because he always listens.
Yeah. I will destroy the universe and bathe in your blood. Shut up. This little 10-year-old
And like
controlling him.
the sound design is great because it's just dead quiet.
Yeah.
For a
Because he has to listen to her.
and he does. So it turns out that this this gem is the gem of Paraxidis.
Yeah, it's spelled Dice, D-I-C-E.
Did you watch
end.
it with subtitles?
I did.
I did, and I forgot to write down.
You always do.
Yeah.
What happened?
Paraxidite.
Yeah, the last 4 letters is spelled dice, but he doesn't say
Paraxidike.
Dice. He like drops the E. Yeah, he says he says dick.
Anyway, Paraxis something.
You're really stuck on your your phallic tonight with what Defoe. We started with Defoe. Now we have the beast in his deek.
And it turns out that this gem holds power over this creature. And Mimi quickly tests this out by asking it to pick up her brother and spin him around real fast.
Yeah. He's finally like, it hurts. And she's like, all right, stop.
Yeah.
And like, she's disgusted with his, I think she even tells him, that he's a wimp or something, that he's not very.
And now from the commentary, the director apologizes to you, Todd. And he apologized to me. As watchers of this movie, because he did a lot of the effects work, the post-effects work himself, in a limited budget, and he didn't have all the resources. So he apologizes, one, for this scene where Luke is being tussled about, and the face didn't match up, so he had to blurt out the face with smoke.
See, I didn't know.
I didn't either.
Yeah. So that's just at his level.
So a lot of the creatures like power telekinetic stuff, those effects he did.
Yeah.
And he says, compared to the flashback stuff, he's like, you can tell the crappy stuff I did, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he's probably not so much into the the post special effects, graphic effects as opposed to the real effects.
Right.
Yeah.
But and again, as an interaction like this with a crazy monster would dictate, they have to figure out what to call him. And another scene I liked was the coming up with his
name, yeah, because his current name is.
He said he's called the Archduke of Nightmares.
That's it. Yeah, they're naming all these other. What's wrong with the Archduke of Nightmares? I like that better.
Yeah, he's trying to have some agency over what's happening to him, but I don't think he really has it.
And he doesn't. Not with Mimi and the Green Stone.
And as they're deciding his name, he is in the background running in place, ostensibly, because Mimi asked him to run in place.
Yeah. And then stop and clap your hands, and then the clapping's annoying her, which totally reminded me of the Bronze. Like that character.
Yeah, sure. And again, Mimi, they come up with the name because they think of Psycho Man and then Goreman, and they just put it together, and she declares him Psycho Goreman.
It's cool. It's hip. It's now. Yeah.
Like she's great. She's really good.
Ryan's gonna adopt you wherever you're at.
No, I'm not. I'm full up.
No, well, you do that student exchange thing, right? Where they, what do they call that? Not a sponsor, of course. Where the students come.
You're making it sound even creepier. We don't do anything like this.
Right? What? Why'd you go there? We're gonna get to that when the dad gets called into the truck with the baseball cards. That's the van later on.
So she's running in place. She stops him again, and he says, "Have you succumbed to madness already?" Like she's lost it, and he's just still had hope that he's really tough. And they make him wait in the place while they go home.
Yeah,
you got to just wait in this warehouse.
Sit in the corner and wait till we come get you.
And we go to, again, some of these effects when they go to this planet. You see a planet, and then they zoom in on what's Gygax.
Yeah. And
they have this council.
Yeah. So this is where we're introduced to the Templar term. So that was very interesting to me that he chose that, the religious, medieval Templars.
Yeah.
And then, the Round Table and the unification of the different planets or whatever to.
So yeah,
to
the
come
Templars
together.
cleanse the world, and you're introduced.
Yeah. But a lot of bad went on with that, and that was kind of his underlying point.
Yeah.
Like that the Crusades were not. People know their history. It's not what.
That's not why we're here,
It's
though.
not a pleasant
but just
thing,
look
but
into it if you don't know.
The choice of the Templar, I thought, was
Yes.
very interesting.
Yes, and I agree.
All right, Ryan, he's like a stallion that we're holding in the gate. He's wanting to surge forward, and I'm pulling on the reins.
I do agree
I called
because
you a stallion. Isn't that creepy? Is that not creepy?
that's a Ween song. I'm a stallion, man.
Italian.
No,
stallion.
thank you. But that's significant. I didn't see the connection between breaking the crucifix and dropping the cup. And the Templar thing, I got that for sure.
Right.
Because of how they were introduced.
And then
you
Pandora's box.
In Pandora, you're introduced to this character. And apparently this introduction was borrowed from Star Wars, the scene where you're introduced to Vader. Because in this scene, Pandora is introduced as this, I don't know, maybe the high priestess or whatever, and she chokes out a guy who disbelieves her, similar to how Vader, when introduced in A New Hope.
Okay. So inspired by.
Yeah. So that was in the director's commentary as well. So another.
Okay. I can totally see that. Now that you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
And so Pandora, villain, who knows, right? At this point.
Well, she's claiming to be, she's in white.
Yeah. So
he's in black.
So
they're calling it out. Yeah. But his underlying subtext again is that just because they're claiming to be righteous doesn't mean their acts are necessarily righteous.
And so she's gonna cleanse the world of whatever he is. So he's bad. They're good.
Good
apparently.
versus evil. Vader versus Luke. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the kids bring Alistair to the warehouse to meet PG or Psycho Goreman. And they bring him magazines and a TV.
I'm glad you brought, or PG for short.
PG
that was her
for
line.
short, yeah. And they introduce him to magazines and TV. So what did you think of this scene? Did you have a takeaway from this scene with the magazine?
Yes, I wrote 2 of them down.
Oh, you did? What'd you write?
Which were they're shocking.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Well, the one the girl says is shocking, if this is the right scene. But when he says, I don't like hunky boys, and then he looks at you, or do I? Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, you're envisioning it now.
Yeah.
But then this little 10-year-old girl says, "Sorry, there's no porno."
Oh, when they brought
Jesus.
all the stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that later when they carried the TV over?
No, that's right.
Okay.
Because they brought him magazines.
But
she said
I was
there's no
horrified.
porno. Yeah.
The little 10-year-old girl is saying, "Sorry, there's no porno."
Well, there wasn't. And you never know, what would enrage him to follow through on some of his
I
threats.
really feel for parents, Ryan, yourself included, the technology you have to deal with your
That's correct.
that are in your kids' hands right now.
That's correct.
And what they're looking at.
Well, she tries to explain a magazine to him, and it's got a hunky man, shirtless. And
Johnny G or whatever it was.
She says it's about hunky boys, and he says, I do not care for hunky boys.
Or do I?
And then it pans in his face, and he smiles slightly.
Yeah, the red eyes. Or do I?
And I think Luke asks him, what are you? And I think it's funny. Psycho Goreman has to sit in the couch and gather them around.
Yeah, like a big sigh or something. Yeah, he has to sit down and gather around, kids. Let's tell you the worst story of the history of evil.
Not to prolong it too much, but he was a slave. The Templars enslaved them. He finds this gem, which he puts into his body cavity in a kind of gross effect.
Oh yeah, a la Alien Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah, that's actually a good analogy.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
And this gives him power, and he frees himself of the tyranny of the Templars.
Yeah,
gets a crew of people, the Paladins, I think they're called.
Right, and then because of the evils that and punishment that he suffered, he is now going to kill everyone in the universe.
Yeah, and he starts ending worlds, and he becomes this bloodthirsty, crazy person.
Yeah, the homage to Vlad. So 76 kills is what it showed up on one of the videos I watched, but he was counting all the people impaled on the stakes.
Right.
And they came out with a kill count of 76 in this movie, which is nowhere near because like
Yeah.
actual kills. They're counting
Yeah.
like all those people that were
Yeah.
on the stakes.
And he punches a guy's head off.
So yeah,
You know,
just a swipe of his hand
Punches
off your
right
head.
off it goes. And he conquers all these worlds with his team of ladies and gentlemen. And so that's a fun backstory, I guess. And it's still bad guy, right?
Yeah.
So
Fairly lengthy
it's odd.
flashback.
Yeah.
Not
nah,
too bad.
Again,
no.
there's some decent effects.
Not like Still.
And Psycho Goreman looks at the TV and, because they told him to watch the TV and get cooler or else they'd end him. But he looks at the TV and wonders if he can communicate with his former teammates
Yeah, this
with
TV.
the TV.
This TV has energy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And it starts to drip blood, and oh my goodness, he can communicate with his old teammates, and that's good.
Yeah, via closed caption.
Yeah. So that happens, and they say we're gonna plot your course.
The
or
generals
we're
are
gonna- what
the
have you.
generals are on the way.
Yeah, and then a hard cut to a nice dinner at home. So right,
the family
this
was
is
the
the
family
chicken
was at the
dinner.
dinner table. I don't know
And
how nice the dinner was. but-
Lazy dad cooked the chicken. He cooked the chicken. He cooked the dinner,
in the microwave.
and he has this rant about the rant he does at dinner is so great. And
He's so proud of himself.
he microwaves the chicken.
Yeah. And Hollister's over for dinner as well.
Oh yeah, Alistair's over for dinner.
Yep.
And then they're talking about when they were playing guns outside or whatever, and Greg has that talk about, yeah, we were young once. We played guns. It was called the Iraq War.
It didn't end well for some of us. and then the wife.
And she pipes up, that's all bullshit. You never
You never fired a gun.
held a gun or something.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
don't.
I didn't know what to make of
I don't
that.
know where that went. I mean, it was supporting, the rift between the husband and wife and his laziness.
Yes.
But he's actually making up stories to make it look
What
like
we
he's
know
done
about
things.
him, that's not true. So he becomes all the crazier because that's what he said out
Yeah.
loud, which is hysterical to me. And PG ends up in the next scene, again, kind of a jarring scene, right? This is when PG shows up at the house having been summoned.
By
Because Mimi's like, I want to get him over here, right?
Yeah, she calls him in the backyard. I think she was still
Yeah.
upset because Hollister wouldn't play with her again.
Yeah.
And then she goes and gets her gem. And,
Oh, sorry. Going back to the chicken dinner scene, I'm so sorry. When she goes in the microwave and sees it's just destroyed,
Yeah.
and she's calling up the stairs, and she's like, "You ruined the microwave," and he's just looking at her, and then he just says,
You're welcome. Because he cooked dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just so out of it, but you're welcome. So the director in the commentary, he said the original cut was way longer, and so that actor improv that you're welcome, and he started shedding tears.
He's so proud of himself
Yeah.
that he cooked a chicken dinner in the microwave.
Yeah. And so the director said they held on the shot. He's like, "You're welcome." And he says it again, and he literally starts crying.
Yeah.
And so when you watch this version of the movie,
Yeah.
you see him, he's about really to cry.
Okay, and then the next take he
Yeah.
would have been. I thought the lady that played his wife did a real nice job.
She was good at it.
Yeah,
I
thought she
agree.
did good. I'm surprised she's in nothing else.
Me too. 100%. Me too.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if you thought
Yeah,
so.
I did. I really, really did. And so PG shows up, and they're having this little fight, and the mom sees this monster out, and who's the first out of the house when a monster's coming, right?
I don't think it's Greg. I don't think Dad's charging into battle.
He didn't. And mom comes out with a bat, hits it off
Yeah.
of PG's arm, and Dad comes out.
the bat shatters.
It shatters.
Yeah. And then the dad comes running out, and
My
what does he
lucky
say?
bat.
Yeah. He's not concerned about this monster with his children that his
Yeah.
wife is trying to fend off to save their children.
Yeah.
He says, "My lucky bat."
My lucky bat. And previously, at Mimi's behest, Alistair has been turned into a brain creature.
Yeah, a brain with tentacles.
So you'll have to watch to see why that happened. But so the parents, you see who's the stronger of the two, and they're on the ground. And Psycho Goreman's like, "I am going to kill you."
Yeah.
Mimi says, "No, you're not.
I'm going to bathe in your blood. Yeah,
But
he
I'm
just
really going to kill you."
yeah. Yeah, yeah. He keeps saying it over and over again, and they like closer shots, and he's leaning in, and they're like getting more horrified, and then I think they do another hard cut, don't they? They just boom, we're done with this.
To a music video. So here is
the band.
Yeah, so this is a hard cut from this to a music video.
I don't know what to say about this song, Ryan.
Say what's in your heart, man.
It's upsetting.
You don't like it? It's a terrible song.
It's a 10-year-old.
Well, it's
Frig you, this Frig Off.
The song is literally called Frig Off.
It is funny, but the parenting, my God, man, she's apologizing for not bringing a demon porn. Yeah. She's 10. Mm-hmm. Now her homemade song, I guess she wrote the song, right?
I'm guessing, yeah.
Yeah, is all frig this, frig off.
Well, it starts off, and this is a California thing. When we were in San Francisco, it would be you'd say hella when you meant like a lot of.
Yeah.
And when the kids didn't want to swear, they'd say heckin'.
Yeah.
And so this song starts off with "I'm the heckin' best."
Yeah.
And for all the rest.
Isn't it the Billy Idol song? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
That's what it sounds like.
It was
to me.
written. It was an original song that was written by the people who did the score. They wrote this song. And so it's a music video of this song, and it's a montage. And again, 80s. So did you like the montage at least a little?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was fun. I'm just like, she's so young. I mean, that makes it funnier. I get it. But it's like, oh my God. But yeah, I totally got the Billy Idol out of that song.
So they have a montage, and it's them kind of getting along as a family. Like the mom and Mimi are taking him Psycho Goreman shopping. He's trying on different clothes, and then they're walking down the street, and a girl says, "Nice costume," and he explodes that girl with his eye beams or whatever, and it's just super fun.
Again, that was a digital effect on that one.
Yeah, but he explodes like a young girl who makes fun of him.
Yeah,
and this again, silly. It establishes that things are silly, and now we have another homage. Because they have a little scene at the diner where they establish that an honorable death is eating somebody in his culture. So they have kind of a fun little exchange there. But Luke has a nightmare. So the nightmare scene, I really dug. And this reminded me literally of something.
Yeah. We're still in the diner?
Well, no, this is after the diner.
Okay.
The next scene that really stood out as an homage to something else is Luke has this nightmare, and he wakes up in bed, and there's zombies all around him, and Psycho Goreman shows up, and he says, "This is the only way I could communicate with you." What?
Go on.
Does this not sound right?
I was looking down at my notes trying to see if I had a note for that scene because I thought I did in the diner.
So he has this dream, and no, this is after the diner. Luke has this dream, and essentially Psycho Goreman asks Luke to get the gem so they both can be free of Mimi's tyranny.
Yeah, and he says, "You're stronger than I thought."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's such a good brother, and he's just not giving her up, and he's like, "No, I'm not going to do it."
Exactly.
Both be free from her madness or something. But this was really reminiscent of Phantasm. Do you remember the movie Phantasm?
Yeah. Is that the guy with all the needles?
The flying balls, the spherical balls.
Yep.
And there's a dream sequence almost totally the same and colored like reddish orange.
Oh, nice. Like yeah, so it wasn't like Freddy Krueger or anything like that where they fall asleep and he shows up in their dreams.
It's like the tall man is in the corner, just like Psycho Goreman's in the corner.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah.
And it's kind of fun. But I like, in typically in those movies, the dream sequences just, somebody wakes up. But in this, they kind of reach a stalemate. And Luke's like, "Well, what do we do now?" And he's like, "Well,
we just wait around for your dream to end." So they made it real awkward and funny. Yeah. I thought that too because they did that a few times where they just kind of all stop and just stare at each other like, okay, what happens now? It's kind of like a pun on, the way they do those movies.
I'm glad that you picked up on that.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was funny.
In the next scene, I think is the scene where Mimi is teaching him Psycho Goreman how to play crazy ball. So they're on a basketball court.
Yep, like at a schoolyard.
Yeah, in a schoolyard, and she's teaching, and they never really they like kind of with the sound design they cover up the rules, so it's always murmured like, but switcheroo so far and things like that.
Yeah.
But did you notice Psycho Goreman what he was wearing? So in this part, at this point, he's wearing clothes.
Is this the one with the cowboy hat and the glasses?
Yeah.
Is that this scene? Okay, because
So-
he had a few different outfits that were so ridiculous.
Well, he tried on a bunch in that
Yeah.
montage, but now he shows up in clothes
Yeah.
in the world because he can't be walking around like this monster. Did he look like anybody to you?
Kevin Bacon.
So
I
it
don't know. That's the first
and
thing
it
that popped
did-
into my head
it-
just
it-
now.
It popped when I looked at it, and I'm like, "That's something." I didn't catch it,
Okay.
but he's dressed as Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park.
Oh, no
Sam
way.
Neill, exactly.
No.
So the red scarf,
Oh, yeah. God, that's
same hat.
That's a movie I've seen so many times that
I
I didn't
know.
even catch that.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that got me when the guy said it on the director's commentary. I was like,
Oh.
holy shit.
That's cool. I like that.
And so she's trying to teach them crazy ball, and cops show up, and I don't know necessarily why cops show up.
Well, I think the mom called the cops because they just had that battle at the house.
Yeah,
there
I guess you're
there
right.
was a
Yeah, that's a
battle
good
before
point.
that, and then they're like, "Oh, this demon just left with our children."
Oh no, but
they dressed them up.
No, yeah, they've made peace. They're a family now. Like
That was my thought. Was that the mom called?
It couldn't have been the parents.
Okay, then.
So somebody, what? There's a monster on the tennis courts or
Yeah.
whatever, and the cops show up. Now this is another connection to that the director has, and a big one. And I apologize that I didn't know the director well enough to appreciate this in the movie. And you'll probably, when hearing this, you'll be like, "You're so stupid." But so the cops show up. And they pull guns immediately, right?
Yeah.
And you're a security, you know this world. Would you, they pull guns and fire immediately?
Well, the one guy asked him what to do, and he's like, he's something about protocol, and he's like, "Screw the rules, shoot,"
Yeah.
because of what's standing there.
So, they shoot very quickly.
We did this on another video or podcast. I got to liken back to the 80s, right?
Yeah,
The rules were much different back then.
right. So the bullets don't have an effect, and Psycho Goreman grabs the nearest officer who, again, as an actor, I should have recognized from this director's other work.
Oh.
So he grabs this officer's hand and stares into his eye. So this is another power. He can ruin your mind. It's mind control, or
melting your face and ruin your mind. It's just like the worst demonic thing you can think of happening to you.
He just ruined, but this guy just starts to melt and melt and melt.
But he doesn't die. He's in this torturous hell, and then he gets really funny after this.
Okay, see.
Oh my God.
And maybe this will so I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
But the other cop flees. And another funny moment, the other cop flees, the car keys are with the melty cop. And the guy's like, "Where are the keys?" And the guy's like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa." And the guy's like, "Give me the keys." And then he just runs away.
And then he just keeps on running before, because Goreman told him to run.
Yeah.
And tell all his other.
And now they're walking in the woods, and the melty cop is just, he gives Mimi a card. A heart-shaped card.
Yeah, and it was almost like they cut a scene out before that because she was acting like, this is the card you made me, like she was expecting it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
blood.
It says, "Please kill me."
Yeah,
inside.
and then he's trying to shoot himself, but he can't.
He's trying to
because he's
shoot
so
himself.
zombified. And he's making a. He's like Men in Black. The Earl suit or whatever that guy's name was.
Edgar suit.
Edgar.
I'd say he's even more melty than that. He's like guy at the end of RoboCop.
But no control of his body.
Guy
he's
at the
like
end of RoboCop who got messed up in the sewage or
Yeah.
in the acid.
Yeah.
And so that is based on a short film that the director did called BioCop. And it's like a trailer, and it's that guy and it's a funny short about a cop who gets really, really hurt but just doesn't die. And then
so they
has
put
to,
that in.
yeah, and it's the actor from that movie.
Oh, nice.
And so I guess there's a lot of they said fanboys of BioCop getting his own movie, and so the director's like, well, there you have it. He kind of had his own movie.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So there's an interesting side note, that a short film, because I had watched, there's like all the Halloween stuff on Hulu going on. I had texted you. I watched a couple, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we could do something with that. But a cult following from this short film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then that's a way, and then it ends up being put in a movie or becoming a full movie.
Yeah.
Good. That's
that
cool
is,
stuff
that is
with independent.
something cool for us to track too. And so there's some funniness there, and that's the what is love scenes. Psycho Goreman asks what is love, and there's a bunch of funny little retorts to that. But now we have an escalation in the film.
Yeah, the generals show up, right?
Well, this is when Pandora beams down to Earth in a human form, or we can only assume is a human form.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Because I know the generals show up and we have that big battle. That's
this is close. So yeah, two things happen at once. So Pandora, who you see her before kind of morph out into a human form, she comes down and she goes into a police station, and she is asking about the location of something, and they're all making fun of her, like hillbilly cop with a big beard, and they're they're just giving her the business, like, I don't know. And then she does something, right? Does she use her voice, or like yells, or uses power?
Oh, what does she do?
She goes up to the other cop is like, yeah, she's right, I saw a monster, and she goes up to him and like gets the secrets out of that guy.
His eyes turn a different color and stuff.
Yeah.
But she had already turned the girl into a meat cube when she was on the other, before she beamed down and ate her, like smeared the blood on her face.
Oh, that's right.
But that was before the cops. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're on.
So we know she's capable of.
They're on the ship, and Pandora's asking, what are the inhabitants of Earth?
Yeah.
And they beam up a person.
Bring me one. Yeah. Yeah.
And she turns it into a
like a meat
teeny cube,
like a Rubik's cube of meat flesh. The whole human.
She compounds that whole girl,
and then slams it on the table, and then takes the blood, guts, and just smears it all over her mouth. Yeah,
that was pretty compelling.
Well, it was definitely character establishing, that's for sure.
Compelling, imagery.
Oh, as far as the effects, yeah.
And so now we have somebody in pursuit of now a good guy, because now we like Psycho Goreman.
Yeah, and when and how this happens, because it happened to me, and I remember questioning. I'm like, why is Goreman the good guy? Because he still wants to kill everybody in the universe.
That's true.
But they get us rooting for him.
Yes, they do.
That's crazy.
How about that?
Yeah.
There's a moment, and this is when the Psycho Goreman's paladins show up. So they all beam down, and you think, oh, I'm rescued, and he thinks the same thing. And they share with him that they were glad he was imprisoned.
Yeah. We've been happy since you've been gone. Yeah. They teamed up with the Templars, and they have their own planet, and they have a nice little rotation system.
And they're kind to each other.
Yeah. Everybody's happy, and they were the ones that sold them out to begin with. Yeah. So then the battle starts.
And you're thinking, well, they have a good point. It sounded like a good thing that they did.
Yeah, how the hell did we start rooting for him?
I still don't in this, get it. You're like, you sons of bitches.
Yeah. Deserves got nothing to do with it.
That's right. And because of Mimi stopping him a little bit, they get the best of him for a minute.
Yeah.
And she doesn't give him full reign until he...
All right, somebody email us on how this happened. How do you start rooting for Goreman? What is the turning point? Because we're talking and we're smiling at each other, and we really don't know.
Hadn't even occurred to me.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's getting beat, and it's filmed in such a way, and all Mimi wants is for him to just apologize for seeming to think that he was going to let his friends kill the kids. And she wanted an apology. And the apology that he gives, again, because there's a lot of ways they could have played it. They could have played it silly or whatever, but he gives an apology, Psycho Goreman. What did you think of that delivery?
When he's on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
I thought when he did the full real apology, because the first one she didn't accept, I thought it was that really stood out actually.
Didn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
he really
okay.
delivered it well.
Are you just
no,
a
I'm serious.
healing-
I remember that. I remember that standing out to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm not placating you. I promise.
Okay, because
Because that really
I
did
think
stand out to
the
me.
voice actor decided it's kind of like when
Was it the same guy?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So he went from the
He
deep
just
voice
to
a
Listen to me,
sincere
please. Yeah.
child. I'm sorry.
yeah. Okay.
Sincere apology.
Thanks
but-
for that. I thought that was going to be me
No,
alone
it
on
stood
that-
out to me. You
on
weren't
that
alone.
raft.
But the line Mimi says right before the generals get beamed down when Goreman says something's coming and there's like rumbling in the sky,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and Mimi looks at him and says, "What? Do you got to take a dump or something?" I'm just
Yeah, that's a good one.
it was funny. I
That's a
wrote that
good
one
one.
down. That cracked me up.
Psycho Goreman mops up with all of his people and gives the last guy a warrior's death. So we get to see a kind of cool practical effect with him eating the last guy. And it turns out that he has been poisoned.
Yeah,
Again,
he's
so
dying.
what? He's a terrible, planet-killing, horrible monster, but okay.
But
And
all of a sudden you're wanting him to be saved.
right.
Yeah,
And they get him back to the warehouse because he's poisoned. And we have another hard cut to Greg and Susan, the mom and dad, in their fight about him being lazy.
oh, this is awful.
And it is kind of rough.
Yeah.
And again, she accuses him of being lazy, and his response is, I don't know what's ad-libbed in that scene, but it's pretty brilliant.
Well, well, she's 100% right. I mean,
Yeah,
at
she
least the
is.
way they established everything. I
Yeah.
mean, he literally, because at the end, he's like, what have you done? Or, name one
Yeah.
thing you've done. And,
Yeah.
and they do that long
Yeah.
cut on him where you can't come up with anything.
And they're having this fight, and it ends, and it's a hard cut to him on the shitter, and
Yeah.
he's continuing the fight, saying what he would have said
Yep.
if he had the guts to, which I
Yep.
thought was funny.
Yeah, that was. It was so, well written because it's so with his character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And putting him on the shitter was even more funny. and then we get the little blue orb floating in.
A little orb that turns into an effect that the director was really proud of, the way that he
Yeah.
didn't do this one. Psycho Gorman's face pops up and says, "You need to find me or else your family's going to die," or something.
Right. Yeah. He says it so that he'll
Yeah.
respond. Yeah.
And it's funny. It's a funny scene because the dad's like, "What's the address?"
Yep.
And he has to come back, and it's jarring every time he's like, "Oh."
Yeah. And then I don't know where that is, and then he
Then he
comes
has to
back
come
a third
back.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Stuff you don't see in movies. That's what made it funny.
all right, I thought maybe you could see that as a little cheesy on the really
Yeah.
cheesy side, which it is, but I think it's really really funny. And Dad, he finds his way to this warehouse, and he picks them up, and he gets them in this truck that they borrowed from some local. It was just some local guy's truck that the guy said he could let them have.
Oh, in the commentary.
Yep.
Okay.
For quite a few days.
That was an older pickup.
Yeah, and just some locals who they found at a gas station. He's like, "Sure, you can use my
Yeah.
truck for your movie."
And then little Mimi, the guy's barely alive, or the demon
Yeah.
monster, and she's like, "Can you move over so I can fit my wagon in?"
Yeah. So they get into the driveway, and we have Pandora, who's at the home, and with Susan, who's now this is kind of splitting the family because Susan's saying, "Come on with us, you
Yeah.
know, this thing is a monster." Pandora's convincing, so Luke and Mimi have their standoff, and Greg and Susan have their standoff.
Yeah, and they're making it so that they can get to their finale of the game, and they have the two teams, so they're dividing them up in
Yeah.
threes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we don't know yet, but
So
that's what they're
Luke
doing.
gets out, and he's like, "Come with us." So Luke stands up to Mimi in the truck.
Yeah,
and he gets
the
out.
daughter's with dad, and Luke's with mom.
And then the dad, he defies. He has his moment, And Pandora has this like says something about servitude, and Greg says, "Well, I know what it's like because I'm married to you, Susan."
Yeah.
And he starts to get lippy with her.
And he says, "How's this for lazy?" Yeah. Drives
Susan.
away.
How didn't you catch that? How's
Lazy
this for lazy
Susan. Yeah.
Susan?
Did you catch that when
Yeah.
he said that?
Yeah,
because
so
it
cheesy.
stands out. It's
I know.
almost like the way he delivered it with such a beat where
Yep.
the word lazy Susan stands out.
Yeah.
But he's saying, "How's this for lazy Susan?"
So he backs out, and off they go to this
Yep.
warehouse for a showdown.
So they're
Must be.
that's their team of 3, and then you got Pandora, Mom, and Luke for the
Yeah.
other side. Yeah.
So you have, 2 opposing forces.
Yep, which is going to be affectionately called Team Suck
Yeah, teams.
by
That's
Mimi.
right.
Your team suck.
Your team suck. So they get to a point where they're playing crazy ball, but Mimi, she has a weird moment where she prays, and yes, she does. It's
She says, "I'll be in my office." Dad gives her that
Comedic.
speech. Oh God, we got to talk about that.
yeah, Dad's speech.
Oh my
well,
God.
I don't think we should. It's a terrible lesson to be learned. Don't go with strangers. There's not going to be baseball cards.
It's not going to really have the little puppy is not in the van,
Yeah.
kids.
That is a funny scene.
Or if there is
knowing how
yeah.
ridiculous it was.
Yeah.
Did you find it funny?
He had a big collection, and it was beautiful. It was very
was
very
funny.
subtextual there.
And Mimi, she prays, and again, kind of a jarring scene because she breaks the crucifix
Yeah,
off
this,
the wall.
this I did not like this scene.
And then you cut to some more comedy because Greg's looking at the TV, and he improvs this line. Well, this TV won't stop bleeding.
Because that's what he does. Is
Yep.
kind of like us.
Yeah.
we watch TV.
Yeah. Yes, we do. And now we have the showdown because we have Pandora who shows up, and predictably, right? Oh, she shows up. Now, was the next thing that happens was a surprise to you, or no? With Susan showing up behind her.
Well, you mean when she turned her into the Power Ranger?
Yeah. yeah, I know.
Well, she
That's
was
valid.
She was preparing the drinks.
Yeah.
For
So
it.
earlier she gives Susan a drink, and
Yeah.
Pandora shows up with Luke, and then a robot.
Yeah,
Susan.
so they did a hard cut before that. Susan takes the drink, and it's like, oh, and then,
but she seemed to be liking what was happening. and-
But yeah, they don't show her in the
Yeah.
outfit until she shows up to do battle at the warehouse area.
And so they all kind of come to show down, and
Well, she came to kill the weakened demon because he can't defend himself because
Yeah.
he's dying, and then he invokes the Templar code of a warrior to be able to die in battle, and then he chooses to let Mimi pick the game, and we all know what that game's going to be.
Yep.
And what's that game called?
Crazy Ball.
There it is. I forgot.
And they have to have a crazy ball battle, and that's again ridiculous about this movie, but they line up and opposed to one another, and Greg is in front of robot Susan, and he looks at her and says, "I still love you, Susan." And again, it's this poor weirdo.
Yeah, and Mimi explains the rules, of course, of the whole game to the
so
the
that must take a
newcomers.
few hours.
And she doesn't. Pandora has a question about the one part, and she's like, "Should have listened the first
Shoulda
time."
listened. So they have this battle, and it's funny. There's just random cuts, and the heavy metal music is going, and it's just kind of fun and whimsical.
They play a game of crazy ball,
and it ends up a switcheroo, like telegraphed in the beginning, between Mimi and Luke.
Yeah, because they're losing, so the only way they could win was with a switcheroo. They could take the whole game.
Yeah. So Mimi wins the switcheroo. It kind of cuts to the aliens on their planet, having been watching this whole thing, going, "Oh," and everybody's like, "Oh," like somebody dropped a fly ball in the outfield or something.
Well, Wizard of Oz-esque, right?
Yeah.
They're looking into the globe.
Everybody was vested in it, and then,
they're
shit.
watching the thing unfold in the globe. There, I'll get you, my pretty.
Yep. And so I think that that kind of it would have been a funny end to me. Like everybody's just got to walk away, but Pandora really doesn't. She doesn't take to this.
Oh
And
no,
she says,
she's still. It didn't matter to her.
Forget it, and she goes.
She's still gonna kill him.
to slash him. Mimi steps in the way, and then Mimi's mom steps in her way to kind of say,
Well,
all right.
yeah, it was actually quite telling. They've been foreshadowing this the whole thing. Pandora was going to slice through Mimi to kill the demon, and then at the last instant, Mom's sword it blocks it, so Mom saves her.
So that's all right. Now we have the beginnings of a battle. Psycho Goreman isn't armed, but he figures out a way to do this. But what's I think more telling about this is when they go back to the kids, and Luke kind of betrayed Mimi, and they're having that discussion.
Yeah.
And now they go back into the frigging song, and this is an 80s thing. Remember the theme song at the end? They'd make the piano version of it, right?
Okay.
And so she starts to sing
Richard Marx,
the frickin' song, but acoustically. And then Luke joins in, like not knowing the words. And then even Psycho Goreman pops his head up and starts singing. And again, ridiculous people, I get it, but it just puts a smile on my face. Like they know what they're doing, and I think they're doing it well.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing about him understanding love, though, was a little confusing for me. But
but it was meant to be, I think, funny and bizarre because, given the end.
Yeah, it's supposed to be opposite of the actual meaning kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a fight between Psycho Goreman and Pandora where they gave him the gem. Oh, yeah, they gave him the gem
he got his power.
He
got his power back because that was the whole issue was the brother had the gem. He had stolen
the brother did, yeah.
And then the whole thing was, do I give him, do I give it back to him? And when they saw what Pandora was going to do, they gave it to him.
Yeah. And they, Psycho Goreman makes a sword out of various body parts of hers.
You have no weapon.
Punching.
And I'll make one. He's ripping body parts out of her.
He's punching stuff out of her. Yeah, it's super funny, and he makes this giant,
very creative, actually,
sword out of her bones and viscera.
Meat stick sword.
And they're fighting, and again, now this is kind of a quiet scene. Maybe this was what I was thinking about earlier, where Mimi and Luke are like kind of reconciling, and she's not going to say I'm sorry, but she knocks it in the thing. And says, I'm sorry. And this battle's going on behind them in slow motion with like sparks flying and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that imagery was kind of cool.
Yeah. And that, I guess that was in character for her, that she wouldn't say it, but she was able to.
She's like, well,
she was able to Morse code it out. Yeah.
And again, poor stoic Luke just takes it,
He's a good boy.
And predictably, Psycho Goreman defeats Pandora, and he gives her a warrior's death.
Yeah, and then the kids are actually pulling the parents' way. Oh, like you don't want to see this.
Yeah, because these kids have been witness to so much horror.
Oh yeah,
they're forever changed.
Yeah,
and I liked the Psycho Goreman has to go off and destroy the world. Right? Is that what you took? He opens up a portal. But before doing it, he does a Wizard of Oz-esque goodbye, wherein he rips a hunk of his flesh off and gives it to Mimi.
Yeah, and I was a little confused because it looked like when he went through that portal, I thought he was going into another dimension.
Oh, that looked like downtown Denver.
To kill everybody, but then he cut to, the dinner table.
Yeah.
And at Hollister's house, and he's on the news. So he was clearly still on Earth.
Purple giant attacks, yes.
Yeah. On Earth, still killing everybody, but it made it look like...
But not the family. So that's what I think that's the end of the movie, is he destroys our planet.
But not the family.
Yeah.
And then... But then they show the family. That's interesting dichotomy because it's like, do our families deserve to live because of the way we are living? Because here... You got the high-end family table, mom, dad, and Hollister. Yeah. But Hollister's just a big brain with tentacles.
It's Alistair.
I thought it was Hollister.
It's Alistair. Yeah,
like
that's
Alistair. Like
yeah. And I wrote it different maybe it is Hollister. Hollister?
Hollister, yeah.
I thought it was Alistair. That's what I was reading.
Huh.
Because I kept on writing it Alister.
You should. If you could only see our faces.
Yeah.
We're all crinkled up
Hollister?
and confused. Well, we're calling them different names.
Hello, Alistair.
But the point is that this mom and dad are so caught up in their own minds.
Yeah.
There's zero interaction that they don't even notice their own son is a giant brain with tentacles eating at the table.
Yeah.
While
Good catch.
Goreman's destroying the world. It's like, well, maybe we haven't evolved enough, and are deserving of such.
I love it. That's amazing, and that's really where our movie ends. It's he's terrorizing the rest of the world, we assume, and poor Alistair or Hollister, depending on who you watch it with, is struggling at the dinner table to eat his piece. And his little tentacles are going up and down, and the credits are rolling.
We refuse to use our phones at the table in the studio, so we'll check it out when we get home, whether he's Alistair or whether he's Hollister.
All right. Well, there was a lot of other stuff that I found. In the interest of time, I'll skip some of the added notes. But if you research the film yourself or look at IMDb, that's where a lot of it came from, or from the commentary, which was super awesome. So we're going to end as we do with reviews.
We're not going to go with the singing of it. Are we canning that?
I don't.
You don't like it. I can tell by your face. We started it with the opera singer reviews, and I can see you don't like it. So email us. Do you like it? Don't you like it?
That'd be cool.
Here,
a little independent podcast at gmail.com. Well, did you hate
it's
this?
Time for reviews.
Did you hate this completely?
The movie?
Yeah.
No.
Was it like for what it was? It was funnish.
Yeah. I mean, it's it's a Ryan movie, so I get on board and I go for the ride.
All right, cool, man. I like that. That was awesome. We have a bad review, and here we go.
1 star.
And there were plenty of them. Don't worry, there were plenty. But this is a 1 out of 10. It's titled "Abomination."
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that with the cross and all that. Okay.
Interesting. All right. What a disgusting movie this was? ? Exclamation. Apart from being politically correct, this style is obviously already liked by children. Blood and entrails. Some flat jokes based on corpses writhe and want to kill themselves, but they can't. The father in the film teaches his daughter that if a stranger invites her into his car, she should go. Was that right? Is this a comedy? An idiocy? Is the screenwriter of this film taking too much drugs?
All these are question marks? Okay.
An exclamation. This movie can only be enjoyed by intoxicated teenagers like Beavis and Butthead. The point...
Which Ryan clearly is.
This movie can only be enjoyed by intoxicated teenagers like Beavis and Butthead. The point is, the millennials probably haven't heard of them. End of review.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think that a millennial wrote that?
I don't know. Maybe a bot wrote it, or somebody maybe not from this country. I have no idea. And we're going to end with, I picked, there was a host of little short good ones that were just kind of interesting.
Okay.
So I've got a few little short good ones to close us out. These are all 10 out of 10. Ridiculously funny. It's silly, corny, ridiculous, and so much fun. It's got the cult classic vibe of the 80s. I skimmed it for like 30 minutes to check if my kid would like it. I was laughing the whole time. Now I'm sure he's going to love it. We'll watch it tomorrow. Your kid?
Your kid. Well, hopefully
you say
it's
kid. That sounds like a kid.
Older kid, teenager, yeah.
All right. This one is titled, I fucking loved it. Not only did I, but my girlfriend loved it also. I'm in this movie was fantastic.
What?
That was the entire first line. I'll do it again. Not only did I, but my girlfriend loved it also. I'm in this movie was fantastic. I don't get the bad reviews, you know, what you're getting into when you watch it. But when you watch it it's amazing and it's absolutely hilarious. So that's somebody who doesn't know how to
all
speak,
in.
is apparently in the movie.
Yep.
And finally, I just rated a PG movie. Shit, damn it. I'm so sorry. Here we go again. I just rated a PG movie. Smiley face. I just
Psycho
rated a
Goreman.
PG movie.
PG for sure.
I can't help myself. I love this movie. Enjoy the little Easter eggs and references. Also, the mask of the Templars offers some shape similarities to Angelina Jolie's chin and lips. Let me say that. I'm going to take that again. Again, I'm so sorry. Dump our podcast because of me. I'm sorry. But here we go. Also, the mask of the Templars offers some shape similarities to Angelina Jolie's chin and lips.
Yeah, this person has studied them in detail, I guess. Chin and lips.
And I can't say that I didn't think the same when I first watched it. I was
You
like,
got
is that
Angelina?
Angelina Jolie? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Well,
All right.
maybe check it out again or another 9 times like I did. There you go. Inside the Blu-ray, and I'll have Todd look at this afterwards, is a full booklet of merchandise. So check out some Psycho Goreman merchandise. But Todd gets to look at the physical catalog of Psycho Goreman merchandise.
Let's get physical.
So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your feedback. Again, a little independent podcast at gmail.com. Let us know what you think, good, bad, ugly. Just be kind as you can be.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah. Well, if it's a lot of ugly, it's a lot of ugly. But
It's not. It's just a great hour and a half, 2 hours with 2 friends in our legions.
That's right. Well, Todd, thank you for watching this.
Thank you, Ryan, for suggesting it.
Absolutely.
And Ryan,
Yes, Todd.
we will always have
Monty Doro.
Who are those guys?
You'll love it. It's just a little
Love it. It's just as
Like-
independent. You're about to say
You'll love it. It's just a little independent. You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
We're 10. Yeah, we're 2 or
Yeah.
2. We're like you'll love it. It's just a little independent. Like it's just
Like I'm
a little
introducing a
independent.
movie to you.
Like you're about to.
All right. Yeah.
Just a little independent.